Welcome back to the stream. This is the Road to Grandmaster Catan series, and I am the Catan God. Every video brings me closer to that Grandmaster status. I'll be sharing my wins, my losses, my tips, my tricks, and having a little fun along the way. So if this is your first time here, be sure to smash that like and subscribe button. Without further ado, let's get right into it. I'm recapping. I talked about my tournament experience, or the tournament I was preparing for September 26th. That tournament happened, and this video will kind of just be my thoughts on the whole experience and just my experience of being in that Catan tournament. First off, I want to do a big shout out to Will and the Settlers of Tennessee for putting that on. It went super smooth, and a bunch of cool people, and they play Catan, I believe, on a weekly basis, so it's really cool. So if you're in the Chattanooga area, definitely check them out. I'll put the link in the description somewhere, so you'll be able to reach out to them. But oh man, so getting there. I live in Georgia, and the drive to Tennessee is about 2 hours, so it's a nice little drive. It gives me a chance to stop at something called Buc-ee's, and I don't know if you've got a Buc-ee's near you, but the snacks are like super top tier. Getting to the convention center was kind of a cluster because I'd never been to downtown Chattanooga before, so parking was kind of crazy. Getting to the convention center and seeing the line wrapped around the building, oh man, my heart just sank. All sorts of thoughts. I'm thinking they're gonna start without me. I drove up here for nothing. So I was definitely heart was beating a million miles a minute. Finally got to the gaming hall, and just looked for anybody wearing Catan merch. Luckily, I saw Will wearing a Catan shirt of some sort, trade wolf for sheep or something like that. But he reassured me that everything was moving a little to the left, and the game would be starting. So I was in the right place. So that definitely chilled me out. So it's kind of a hectic experience getting there, but once I kind of sat down, I was able to really chill. Meeting the players, just seeing the competition, seeing who's there. There's a father and son duo, a group from Atlanta called Settle Down, which definitely want to get in touch with, and definitely want to get a few games in and see what they're see what they have going on, because they're very strong players. Every last one of them. It's really cool seeing them all in their shirts and just trying to get the dub. But yeah, let's get right into the first video. So this is the start of the first game. Everybody's starting, so we'll talk about my placements, and I'll just show you the footage I took, and we'll go over just where I was, what I was thinking. So yeah, let's get into it. So this was the starting board. This was the starting board of game one. I got these really cool pieces. I want to make one of these dice boards, but without further ado, this was the board. Definitely, I went third, I believe. I went third. The first thing I knew I needed wheat. They'd snapped up all the wood in the mud. It was just 4-6. I could have done that. That might have been the better play, honestly. But I went straight for the mud and wood, or for the wheat port, just to get that popping, just to hopefully stop that. Blue went for the sheep port. Was going for the sheep port. It's basically me versus blue for this win. Red had a great setup. Red had a great setup for building roads. White, I was really worried about these two roads to get this sheep, because my sheep is super weak. I was definitely worried about this, but White throughout the game, White made some choices and I didn't really see them as a threat. So this was how the game started off. Let's see. Okay, so this is how game one ended up. I was able to city up from all my wheat. The wheat was going crazy at one point in time. The 8 was just going bananas. The 8, 9, the 11 allowed me to city up. White tried to go for this, but they couldn't. Somehow I beat them to it. being able to trade the 8s. I had a road building to get there. It was really a race for production against trying to stop blue. The 9 was going bananas. The 9 was going crazy. We played a very strong game, had longest road, or no, didn't have longest road. They had largest army. So I had started this game with 6 points. I think I had a victory point, so maybe 7. Blue played a really strong game. Definitely hard to stop. The rolls weren't going my way. The first game jitters definitely were out. You know, it's just a regular game of Catan. As soon as the game started, I'm like, I do this. I play Catan all the time. This is really nothing new to me. So that definitely helped. This was the board. So I think I went, don't remember what position I went first, but this was a very tough board. I think I went last, but this is a very tough board. There's a lot of, this is a good board. Not really tough, but with the few spots I'm seeing, the 9-8-4, 10-4-5, 10-9-6, 10-6-5. Okay, oh, I went first this game. I went first. Did not like my placement at all. I didn't like my placement on this at all. I started off on the 9-8-5. My thinking was, this is the best wood on the game. I'm gonna want to be able to move around. I'm gonna hopefully be able to get some of this mud here. Did not work out that way because I started off with the 10-8. Super slow motion for me. My game started off very slow motion. I had no mud to move around. What was going crazy this game? The 4 was going crazy. The double 4 was going crazy. The 6 was going bananas. I think red won this game, but looking at this, who do y'all think won? Kind of just hear a little bit of table talk. This is how the game ended. Sorry about the quick cuts. Let's see. Let me get a good view of the board. Okay, so this is how the game ended up. I was able to city up from the 10 and this is a what port is this over here? Mud port. I got on the mud port just to get some numbers because it looked like I kind of had definitely had a chance to win. 3. I was at what? 3, 6. Oops, let's play again. Sorry, y'all. I need that FBI enhanced technology. But starting off 3, 6, 7. Longest road could have been in my grasp. Going for largest army. I was kind of coming to play this game, but just this starting position kind of screwed me. It really kind of screwed me. The 3 and the 6 allowed red to just build all over the board. Oh, I did have largest army. I had army. So I had 9 points. I was trying to win the game. I had 9 points. Okay. I was 1 point away from that victory. 1 point away. So that definitely hurt, but it fired me up for the next game. It really fired me up for the next game. Second game came in 3rd place. I really need to get my balls in time. I brought an MF Doom mask because I wanted to, like, it is a Chatanooga Comic Con, and I wanted to show them that, you know, I'm not just here to just destroy people in Catan. I'm actually of the culture, so MF Doom mask was, it went off well. It was going to be a 9, then play for another victory point. That would have been a 10, but the next person that won, or the next turn would have won it also. So, playing my 3rd game. Yeah, that's the thing. The person whose turn it was, if they couldn't have won, the next person would have won. And same, if they wouldn't have been able to win, it would have came to me. So, doesn't really count in the whole scheme of things, but that's what was going on. This is a must-win game for me. I really got to get my head in the game. And I kind of went with a crazy strategy this game. And y'all will see, I'll put the video up or whatever. But really gotta no fucking around this last one. So wish me luck on this next one. Here we go. Oh, game 3. We used a timer on this game. I didn't get footage of the game start because we used a timer. This was the first time this had been used. There's a timer that is on the phone. Every player gets 2 minutes per turn. If they go over that 2 minutes, it takes away from their 15-minute time bank. At the end of that time bank, once their turn is over, your turn is over. So say you're just a long playing player. You use your 2 minutes every time and you exhaust your 15-minute time bank. At the end of that 2 minutes, no matter what you're trying to do, the dice get passed. So it's generous. It's very generous. And I mean, it can definitely help speed the game along because trading, there's some definitely good traders. But this was the first time of them using it in a tournament and they wanted our feedback. Many of the things I saw, it's hard to play. You can't play. I was just about to say you can't play a game and keep time, but that's exactly what they do in chess. Chess differs from Catan in that you're not passing a phone or passing a timer around to start and stop people's turns. So one of the biggest things that would help in Catan, USM, if you see this video, definitely there's got to be a 5th person at the table whose only job is to set the time. I'm worried about too many things to start and stop a turn. You can't play and keep time. So that was definitely the biggest issue for this first game. So with that, the end of game 3, this is the game end. And you hear Will just asking about the timer. But let's see, I'm always these blue pieces. Thankfully, they let me play with my custom pieces. Longest road, 2, 4, 6, 8. Did I have longest road? 6. Yeah, 8 points. Kind of going crazy again. The sheep was going bananas. The 11 was kind of coming in. My sheep port was definitely clicking. But who ended up taking this game? Oh, red? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8. I'm not sure who won this game, funny enough. From this I can't really tell. The mud was going crazy. I don't remember who won this game, funny enough. I'll have to look at the stats. But one of the highlights of this game, I love the table talk was huge in game 3. And one of the highlights of this was somebody saying, I've never heard this before in all my Catan. During the trade, he said, I want to trade with you, but you've got 3 dev cards and I don't feel comfortable. Play one of those dev cards and I'll trade with you, or else I can't trade with you. Blew my mind. One of my favorite plays from this game, somebody asked me, do you have any ore? I told them not for trade. They asked me again, do you have any ore? I'll give you this for ore. I said, I don't have any for trade. He said, I'll just play Monopoly and just take it. If you've watched this channel, you know I don't negotiate with terrorists. So I said, do what you have to do. Played a Monopoly. I love the fake out. I love doing the fake out. I don't have any cards here. But what I'll do, I'll shuffle my hand like I've got cards. Like I'll just get maybe 5 cards, put them face down, hand them to the person, be like, yeah, here you go. Here's all my psych. Definitely a good Monopoly psych out. So even though I lost, that was a little moral victory to just ruin a Monopoly. So that felt really good. That was really cool how that happened. Let's see. So that was game 3. My progress in those games allowed me to sit in the final table. This would have determined who of the final 16, from the final 16, it would have been whittled down to the final 4. So this is the board. Don't know why it's minuscule. Let's find another board. I went last and I panicked. This board, I definitely panicked with my placement. There's no,
Everyone?
I panicked with my placement for sure. This 5-8-3 I felt good about. Coming back around, 5-8-3 I felt great about. I know I needed wheat. I know I needed wheat, and I know I needed ore somehow. I went for the double 4 with the 8 port, with the thoughts of maybe going off towards the 6. Working towards the wood port, working towards this wood. Doubling up on the 8 so that every time the 8 rolls, I've got whatever I want. I had a thought of getting to this 10. That was in my mind. This 5-6 didn't cross my mind, but it definitely made itself available to me via a road building. And I went here, and I think I cut across. They were definitely trying their darndest to stop me cutting across here, and I'll show you what that looked like. So this is the start of the game.
No 7 on the first roll, please.
That that was that was the winner. That was the winner. Game starting off with a 12. You got to love that. Got to love that. So this is how this game ended. So here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 points. This game, there's you're on fire when they're talking across the table like, how can we stop his longest road? What do you need to stop his longest road? You know you're on fire when you hear stuff like that. So like, I kind of thought I had the game in the bag. I'm not even gonna lie. I thought I had the game in the bag. I just needed a city, a D card. I couldn't take longest road. I couldn't take largest army because he definitely had that locked down. But I think I was just buying D cards, just trying to catch up. But just getting kneecapped by my teammates. They kneecapped me. They definitely kneecapped me. But Derek got a great win with that one with white. See, so cutting him off here, I thought his game was over. I really thought his game was over, but he adjusted, came down here, got the space here, started coming around, really just working on the, I think this is the wheat port. And the wheat really carried him to victory because the 6 was going crazy. 6 was definitely going crazy. So let's see. It's the recap of this. Yeah, he had the monopoly. Shout out to the most well-behaved baby ever. Super chill. Their parents played multiple games of Catan, and the baby was super chill. I want him. That's might have been baby's first tournament, so that's a player to watch. That might be looking at that baby might be the future Magnus Carlsen of Catan. No, it's calling it now. But let's look at the recap. So this is it. I'm heading home after my last semifinals match. 9 points, one more. This win would have secured me a seat at the table, but there's some collusion going on. But it was all good, man. A great win. I'll put the game up so y'all see. It was a really, really good win, especially from how I started. I'll recap it more, but man, it sucks, but I feel great. I met some great people. Look forward to playing some people back. Melissa and her husband, other people. Her husband's in the finals now, so man, just a great day of Catan. Great day of Catan, and I can't wait to get in this next tournament or get in this next qualifier. So I'll have more of the recap in the other video, but until then, this is the Catan God, his first tournament. Oh. And we also played with these new, some new timing rules. They wanted us to play with the new time system. I'll probably talk more about that, but great game, and I'll see y'all. I'm heading back to Atlanta now, so peace. I had a great time. I can't wait to do it again. Parts of me, there's multiple tournaments going on throughout the end of the year, and I don't think this is the last you'll see of one of these vlogs. So I definitely want to get in another one, and if we can get to the qualifier, y'all, that'd be huge. It'd be huge for us. So until next time, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Wish I could have brought back a dub for y'all, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Stay tuned for the next video. And until next time, peace, y'all. Catan got out.